Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War. What are we at now? Campaign 20, week 5, day 6, and hey, audio's working this time. Yeah, I'm not sure why it stopped working the other time, it was really weird. Apparently just restarting the computer earlier just messed with it, but normally it's whenever there's an update. But yeah, it was really weird. But anyways, so today, main priority, probably going to be the invasion event. Of course, we have rogue invasion, so we'll probably do that until we run out of sigil. The other big thing that we'll definitely be focusing on, probably mostly today, as well as throughout the week. Most of it will be off stream though, because Friday and Sunday streams will be almost entirely Palooza, of course. However, one thing I do want to grind out this week is PvP. This is the final week of the PvP season, the first PvP season, Season 1, with the Season of Ice. 6 days, 6 hours left, aka reset week time. So as soon as next Monday hits, yeah, it'll be the end of the first PvP season. Then we'll have a new troop that we can end up getting there as far as the Immortal. We went over it earlier. It's this whole thing over here. Not that one, this one. We'll have this as the new Immortal. It's a true damage option with triple true damage, 50% to adjacents, hourglass gem boost ratio, and a small chance to create an hourglass gem every single turn while having immune to basically everything. So we'll be getting that in the next season. And yeah, make sure to get whatever rewards you still want to go collect by the end of this week. You have to get 176,000 points for the total, not just in 1 week. But total you need 176,000 to finish the free side, and 180,000 to finish the paid side. So if you haven't done that already, make sure to do so. So yeah, this will be our main 2 focus, and just standard stuff. But yeah, let's get straight into the world event then. Oh, I called this world event team, didn't I? No, I meant invasion team. No, did I post it in the teams thing too as world event? Whoops, my bad. I meant invasion. Gosh. Let's see. And of course, you do have to use what's her name for double score. So make sure she is on your team. For these super early fights, I might actually go an AoE option. Just super early on. Like I'm talking like double Atlanta, triple Atlanta. Something really dumb. Just because for the super early fights. I believe something like this will be a little stronger. Are we about to spam triple Atlanta? Probably double. Triple's a little overkill. I will go Atlanta, Wand. I think that is our team. I am going to be switching to the real team in a little bit, but for the ultra early fights, this is stronger. Alright, we're going to go like super purple. Mega ultra purple. We were talking about the Corsair class earlier, but Archmagus still has that 50% mana start, so it's really nice for that. Plus we need purple in this situation. But keep in mind you do have to use this for your double score, so we will keep it there. But yeah, for the super early fights, I'm just going all in Atlanta Rush. So much so, for the super early fights, we can actually just go rush Atlanta herself. We don't even need anything else on the team to go and get up. Anyways, hello everyone! Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful week so far. Hello Bill, hello Tyrion, hello Mark, hello Jets, hello Cookie. Welcome. Hope all's been well. That's our game plan for the earlier fights. Just ultra quick kill Atlanta until it stops working. And then once it stops working, we'll go to a real team. And then use the proper tower killing team for the rest of the time. Oh, so hello Cincy! Welcome. Hope all's been well. We'll take our yellow there. Grab our blue. Not like we need it. I'm trying to get to our yellow. And then they're dead. It feels weird seeing a Valhawk in the tower mode. Because this is actually one of the only modes where the Valhawk, Valraven, you know, the similar equivalents, is actually replaced with a completely different unit. It's replaced with a Raven Tower. This didn't used to be the case, but they ended up adding it. And, yeah, it functions quite a bit differently than, you know, normal Valraven. But it does have the benefit of being one-shotted. That's actually the main reason why they changed it. Is, of course, the meta generally for running an invasion week is, you know, having invasion slayers. And one issue with just a normal Valraven appearing is it does not take extra damage to the tower bonus. So instead of doing 5 times damage, you're doing the standard 1 times damage, which makes the Valhawk absurdly hard to kill if your entire team is structured around just killing the tower, so they end up changing it. That's changed actually relatively early in the game mode. The stream has technically been going for 25 minutes. Time for her code. What pre-stream thingy doesn't count? Also, hello, Isabel. Thank you for the continued support. You're still crying over the plushie? Oh yeah, right before this stream, I was doing some Palia with Genki and Isabel for like half an hour. I didn't have that much time, but Genki was calling me in, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And yeah, the first thing I did when I got near the group was I got a plushie immediately. They're relatively rare in that game. I think in the entirety of me playing for like a little over 100 hours, I've only gotten about a dozen of them. And when I was grouping up with them, I got a plushie within like 10 seconds. But only Genki and I were close enough to get it, so everyone else didn't get it. And Isabel's still sad about it. Yeah, I got one within like 10 seconds. But it wasn't within range of her getting it, even though we were grouped together. Something they should really fix in the future. But still in beta currently. Oh, you got it too? Wait, everyone except Isabel got it. Oh no! That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Palia still hasn't really hooked me yet. Like Animal Crossing and such. I'm not sure why. I can still play it on occasion. It's still fun. But I haven't gotten, like, addicted to the game. Over the last, like, what, 2-3 months, I played it for, like, about 100-ish hours. Which is still quite a bit, but given that some of our streams were, like, several hours long, not so much. Especially in the early days of the game. I think the biggest issue for me is it doesn't feel like it has enough endgame content yet since it's still in beta. Like, the start of the game is amazing when you're still going through everything. But the endgame gameplay loop right now just feels like it needs a lot more. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we're still playing Gems of War. Of course we are. It's almost the 10-year anniversary of the game. Time to migrate to Palia? No. If anything, I'm migrating to Brighter Shores. Which is coming out in about a month and a half from now. Soon TM. But no, we'll always be doing Gems of War. As long as the servers are up, we'll still be doing it. The Monday video, Friday Mythics, a few guide videos here and there, a few streams like we have been. Now we're starting to get to the point where this is starting to become a lot less effective. I still really enjoy Gems of War. They've made a lot of questionable decisions in the last few years, but I still enjoy the overall gameplay loop and everything with it. Hello, Supernova. Welcome, welcome. What game did I say? Brighter Shores. It's an MMO that looks like it's ran on potato. Imagine old school RuneScape, but like 10 years ahead, but still 10 years behind. Is what it visually looks like. But as far as its gameplay loop, it looks like it'll hook me really, really well. That's what I've been looking for a while. Albion Online almost did it. But the problem with Albion Online is it was basically clan mode. If you weren't in a clan, you couldn't properly play the game. If it wasn't for that aspect, Albion Online actually would have been pretty solid. But it was way too clan heavy. Like, you basically couldn't even interact with the game unless you were in a mega clan. Or at least at launch anyways. I'm not sure what it's like these days. New emoji soon? Oh yes, I've actually had them in my inbox for like 2 weeks now. And I keep forgetting to download them so I can show them to you guys. I still haven't looked at them myself. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I need to go do that. Probably this Friday then. I'll try to show them to you guys. Get them activated within the next week or so. But we have around 10 of them. How many we're going to use is winning question. Also, I'm not even sure how many I can set up with how many current joins we have on the channel. I want to say 8 or 9. Because I believe it's based on what your current number is, not what your peak highest was. If it was based on our peak highest, we could probably do like 11 or 12. But I believe based on currently how many people are in the join button thingy, I'm pretty sure we could do like 8 or 9 right now. Which is still more than we have. I think we have like, what, 6 right now or 7? Because they did the max amount that we had when we first got access to it. And haven't really updated them since. Which was years ago at this point. I just wait until Christmas now? It's not gonna be that long, guys. I said hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome. What did I say? Greater Shores? No, Brighter Shores. It's kind of like a medieval kind of MMO kind of thing. And it's going for a little bit of the in-between between like combat and cozy game. I'm trying to think of another one that's kind of similar to it. I would say Stardew Valley, but that's not a good comparison. Alright, I think we're almost at the point where Atlanta doesn't work anymore. So I think it's time to go switch to the tower killing team. You have Brighter Shores on your wish list? Nice. I don't know, it looks interesting. I have a lot of confidence in the developer that's working on it. More so than I probably have ever had in any developer for any game. So I have decent hopes for it. Monster Hunter in February, we'll see. I said that last time a Monster Hunter game came out, and then I didn't end up getting around to it. But, I don't know, I really should get around to the Monster Hunter series. It does seem interesting. But no, we'll see by that point. National Chewing Gum Day? Interesting. I can't remember the last time I've had gum. It's been like years upon years. Actually, it might even be over a decade. I don't really chew gum. Like, ever. Actually, I remember the first time I ever had gum, I ended up swallowing it. Did any of you do that? Because you didn't know what the concept of gum was? Yeah, the first time I ever had gum, I swallowed it instead of spitting it back out. Because I just assumed it was like any other candy. So I just swallowed it like anything else. Luckily, it was a pretty small amount. Oh, it's not enough to one-shot. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of free treasure maps. Whatever shall we do with it? Yeah, let's go hand out a code. We can hand out more maps. More useless maps for the pile. Oh yeah, I still haven't gotten next month's codes yet, by the way. Though technically we're not in next month quite yet. So she still has some time. Alright, here you guys go. Here's the first redeem code. We'll hand out probably 3 tonight. And we're almost done with the previous batch. Probably by next week's Monday we should be out. And then we can start handing them out on the new computer. And then maybe I'll get a nice new layout for it too. Go use the old redeem code banner that we used to use way back in the day. See if we can actually find the assets for it. I'm not sure if I do. But if I can find the assets for it, I will use it. I'm just not sure if that was something I saved. I'm going to be going through that probably this weekend. But then again, it's Vault Weekend this weekend. Oh no, sometime soon. I want to go through all the files that actually did get backed up when I did all the backups from the old computer. Because I still haven't fully checked through everything of what did and did not get saved. Worst comes to worst, anything that didn't is still technically recoverable. Just not that easy to at the moment. Oh, we're already at our final battle? Come on, Valraven. That went so quick. Aw. I kind of wanted to do more invasion today. Yeah, there we go. That should be all the gem rewards, of which we got 65. And here's the redeem code. And here's 65 gems from doing invasion. Alright, we're good to go. Easy as that. It wants me to go do PvP. No worries. We're going to do a ton of PvP. Daily adventure board. Honestly, not that bad. Oh yeah, I still have the Tesla team. We ended up showing Tesla during the video. Really, really solid option, of course, as many of you know. I did want to mention it for any newer players. Tesla's just insane, like how good she is relative to her, you know, her rarity and value. She's basically free, yet is nearly as strong as Stellarex. In a different way. He's better for battles that have lower stats. And by lower, I mean like anything under like 300 or so. Which is why he's so good in PvP. Because that's pretty much his prime real estate for being good. Same as like Explore 12 and there's similar areas to that. It's like his perfect kill range. Is like that 200 to 400 durability range. Particularly the 200 to like 350 range of total durability. Which is pretty much the entirety of PvP unless they have spell reduction. Which is why you see him so much there. Well, why you see Diamantina so much there. It's actually impossible to see him in a PvP fight now. Him and a wand were so overused that you actually don't see him in PvP anymore. It gets replaced with Diamantina and Prismatic Orb. Diamantina for the Stellarex and Prismatic Orb for the wand. They did say they were considering nerfing them, but they never did. I guess their nerf is they just don't show up in PvP. It's kind of interesting because they actually did a nerf to Dawnbringer before, where they didn't actually nerf Dawnbringer, but they made it so you couldn't use it in Arena for a short duration of time. But then they simply made it so you can't use hero weapons in Arena. But there was some duration where you were allowed to use hero weapons, but you weren't allowed to use Dawnbringer. It was a very short duration. But that kind of reminds me of the current Band-Aid fix that is Stellarex and Wand in PvP right now. Oh, I still didn't finish the campaign thing. Oh, that's pretty free still. Alright, Pet Rescue. Do I need this? No, it's just for Nexus Pet. We already got that max during the Nexus Kingdom event thing. Invasion we already just did. Alright, let's go do some dungeon. Okay, let me go buy my Underspires. I'm probably not doing that much Underspire right now. But we'll go peek at it. At least go get our lantern if nothing else. But let's go clear our dungeon. This is probably going to be a pretty PvP heavy stream. Is it really bottom 3? No. We got stairs. What are our nerf are we supposed to do with stairs? Buy another tier and you can do more invasion. There's no need to get another tier though, unless I want to double up on the troop. But honestly, the one that gains all of its mana back seems better than the one that we have access to this week. It might be the first time ever where the cast damage of the weaker invasion troop is more damage than the one that has double damage. Which on paper doesn't make any sense, but the fact that it gets all of its mana back instantly is so good. But yeah, the older invasion troop that doesn't have double damage is stronger than the current invasion troop. But you still have to use one of the current invasion troop on your team for double points. But the other one's stronger than it. But yeah, it was brought to my attention with some people on the other video that when they fixed all the issues that was happening on consoles, apparently the SoulForge isn't the same for PC, mobile, and console anymore. It should still be the same for PC, mobile, but anyone on console now has different ones. Before, it was actually still the same on console. Some other things were different, like Guild War when it used to exist and stuff. But I wonder if that's going to be a persistent thing then. Because that means whenever I go over SoulForge, that's not going to be accurate for any people on console then. Which is going to be kind of annoying. Which also means vice versa. Like anyone who only plays on the console version and they try going over SoulForge, it'll only be for that respective console. Like if you go over to PlayStation 1, it'll only be for the PlayStation 1. So hopefully they fix that soon. Luckily most people play on PC mobile. But, you know, that's only like 60%, 70%. Still a lot of people play on console. Alright, we did all that. Are we already at PvP? Wow. Well, let me do some Underspare. I don't plan to do a lot right now. Mostly just want to show the team. What team do we even do for it? Oh yeah, I went with True Damage Ruby team. That's fun. One of the few times we actually get to use Ruby. Since it has been released. You know, not since it's been released, but I mean, well, actually, technically. Because what, this was like early this year. So yeah, this might actually be the first or second event we were ever able to do this for. And by this, I mean using Underspire Ruby weapon. Yeah, we're doing Sacroax, Ruby, Scurvy, Sea Dog into Megavore for the high rarity team. Basic premise here is Scurvy Sea Dog does the Empower. This thing does infinite life into infinite mana. This thing does most of your damage and a little bit of mana. And this is here for moral support. No, the Megavore obviously does Megavore things. Which means it either does nothing or everything. What's our highest populated thing? You can also click on this and it tells you everything, which is nice. I guess we do it on brown. Purple's the most populated, but we don't need purple. Nice, we got the 8% insta-kill. Remember when I said Megavore either does everything or nothing? There goes doing everything. Gosh, this team is way too slow for lower range, I do have to say, though. Like, way too slow. We have to be just doing Rush Ruby or something. This is, like, glazily slow for lower range. At least if our mana accumulator misses anyways. Once you get the Sacroax going, you're just good to go. Yeah, Sacroax just a little too slow in first slot for super early range. Though this would be the team that we would end up using down the line. However, for low range, we'd want to go something like that. That's all the change we really need. I guess we could mess around with the mana accumulators and a few other things like that, but that should be enough for now. Let's move the weapon in first slot for now. Sacroax doesn't really get his value until we need to multicast the weapon. But when we're at the point of single cast, yeah, we really don't need the overkill mana. Just a bit much compared to how much we actually need. And of course we get a ton of free gold from the Ruby weapon as well as a lot of true damage there. That's pretty much going to be the whole premise for this entire time. It's probably the last one we do and then go to PvP probably for the rest of the time. Yeah, the code's still 250 gold. This will hopefully be fixed going into next month. But yeah, I think this is the second month in a row now where it's only been 250 gold. I'll catch you later, Miss Insane Witch. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's go ahead on another code. And, yeah, let's go to PvP. I plan to do quite a bit of PvP this week. Most of it will be off stream. I do plan to go for top 3 in my bracket, whatever that requires. Ideally even top 1 if it's easy enough. So, yeah, start grinding it. Most of this grind will be off stream, but we'll do a little bit of it right now. Alright, what do we have for category? We have Dragon over there. That's gonna be fun. Okay, it's either Zacian or Beast right now. Zacian is so annoying. I think I do Beast. Plus it's Blood Frenzied right now. I think we go down the Beast route. Ooh, but look at all those silver marks that do nothing. Also, they still have not added anything to use silver marks on, by the way. Hey, wasn't there a new option for Beasts that we got not too long ago? Wasn't there like a mythic or something that came out recently that would have been really good for Beasts I was mentioning? Wasn't you. Who was it? I could have sworn... Oh, Foxglove, I think. Yeah, I think I was mentioning Foxglove in like a skull spam team. Is that worth it? Entangle Gem, blue to green. Yeah, the double convert. If we build a skull spam beast team, that could work. The problem is the conflict with each other. Oh, no, you're meant for elemental, not for beast. Yeah, the Foxglove I wanted to do with elemental. Because they both have mana conflict with each other too much. Yeah, beast is kind of clunky. Maybe we do just go for Zacian. Like, his beast is not ideal. We either have to go for like a Wolf Garrick RNG build. What do these two do? True Scatter, you do nothing. You do negative amount damage. Why are you both so bad? Alright, never mind. As annoying as Zacian is, I think we have to go to Zacian. The problem with Zacian is every team here is so good. But that's the problem. That's not a helpful thing. Oh wait, never mind. That's not the one that even has the crosshair. Sorry, it was Beast and something else. I was confusing the Blood Frenzy for crosshairs. Oh, it is Dragon. Oh, wait, never mind. Let's go do Dragon. I didn't notice. Hello, Outlander. Welcome, welcome. You just hit level 1,900? Nice. And as Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Good time to mention Soulforge for Xbox, maybe other consoles, Ironhawk. Yeah, they mentioned that too. Someone in the comments mentioned that they have Iron Gut and Zolgoth this week. I mean, Iron Gut and Ironhawk or something. Which is kind of insane. Alright, let's go to Beast. I mean, Dragon. Dragon is very free because, you know why. I don't think we need to explain. Let's see. We'll grab one of these. Grab one of you. Grab, what's it called? A wand. Alright, nice balanced team of one Stellaryx coming up. And you know what? I'll even go Dragon Guard class. Go all in Dragon. And change our banner to something useful. And we're good to go. Alright, don't think there's anything else. We do have Yellow Convert. I could technically go into that if we want to, but I'll use the really broken banner while we still have it. Let's go clear out all these real quick. So what's your convert again? Blue to yellow? Or brown to yellow, I mean. It doesn't do enough currently. It still does not do enough currently. Wand sure does, though. So throw a nice shiny wand. For a pure miss! Wonderful. Well, that's not good. This sets us back a decent bit. Come on, get full mana. You're almost there. Come on. There you go. It's easy as that. And then our Stellaryx just rampages. The only reason I'm using second slot Stellaryx is to keep it alive. I'm just concerned it might die to some other really high damage dragon team. So keeping it in second slot, just make sure that it doesn't die to any kind of weird shenanigan. Does make the team slightly slower, but also gives us Dispel if we end up needing it off of Hero. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't this Dragon Guard already have Dispel? Yes, it does. Banish, which dispels all enemies per extra turn. It's not a hero class that uses it too often, but when you use it in a 4x dragon team, it comes into play because most dragons do hit all enemies. So it actually does have pretty good synergy in that regard. Which I guess makes sense, because that's one of the few times you would even bother using Dragon Guard. Is obviously with a pure team of dragons. You very rarely use it outside of that context. The only other benefit it has is a really tanky hero class that's triple damage burning. But normally you want slightly higher offense rather than tankiness when you're doing a triple damage burning team. Oh, that's funny. You guys didn't get Tesla, but you got Holy Saint Astra for the half mana start. That is funny. You got the other part of the Tesla team. You technically don't need Holy Saint Astra for a Tesla team, but it is an angle that's really helpful, particularly in human restriction. He's in human restriction, you don't have access to like Leprechaun and such. Am I about to kill him with a wand? I almost just did the last damage with wand. Oh, so hello, it's Timmy. Welcome, welcome. You think they have made the RNG drop rate for the Guardians and Underspire so low now it takes ages? Oh, it's always been like that. But yeah, they definitely need to tweak it. It's probably the worst grind in the entire game. I wish I would go back and revisit all of the Ultra RNG grinds in the game. They technically did a tweak to the eggs, not in their drop rate, but you know, to the pity system that essentially allows you to craft them directly. But as far as super RNG drop tables that they haven't fixed yet, the two worst ones in the current state of the game are Underspire and the other one. Underspire and the Horde Mimic, which was basically the old Explore 12, you know, troop in a sense. Back when Explore 12 was a big thing to do. It still is useful, it's just not as useful as it was back when Horde Mimic was added to the game. Back then, endgame content basically just was spam Explore 12. Now there's quite a bit more variety than that. Alright, there we go. Completed. Alright, we did that. Nothing. Oh, I forgot to go do my Valhawk so we can double buff today. Well, I didn't do any normal battles, so yeah, I didn't forget then, technically. Alright, we're fine. Let's go get our magic bonus into our magic bonus. Oops, I almost took the wrong magic bonus. This one is the one I want. Oh, I gotta go build a team. Oh. I'll go build it real quick. Thrall, you know what we're building. Leprechaun. What could the next one possibly be? Stellarix. Wand. I'm still curious if they're ever gonna nerf Wand Stellarix. To some degree I do want them to some degree I don't. But, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Only thing I don't like about it is how much it cripples, like, any other team from existing. Like, if you're allowed to use it in a game mode, like, 95% of the time you're just running Wand Stellarix with whatever other two troops you want to run. If you're looking for, like, strongest possible option. Unless you're dealing with, like, ultra high stats. Like, 500 plus. Because yeah, it does eventually fall off. There just isn't really many game modes where he has room to fall off. But it can fall off if things scale high enough. Dragonite is a pretty big grind, but honestly, I feel like it's decently grindable during Vault weekends. Same as Versus these days. Like, Versus is like the hardest grind in the entire game. But I feel like they've added enough over the years that it's in an okay state right now. Like, D-books like a year or two ago were awful. But D-books now, since then we've gotten things like merchant offers, which allows you to buy them for very cheap if you spam any level Explore. We have things like gosh, what was the other big one? Oh yeah, PvP. PvP gold marks are basically just what rich should have been, where you can actually earn a decent amount of D-books that way. And between those two, they've gotten a lot more common. Not to a degree where you can, like, ultra power farm them, but the rate at which you get them naturally is a lot better now compared to before. And of course, we still had all the old methods of getting them, like daily adventure board and stuff like that, but that's all pretty RNG based. But now there are things that are quite a bit less RNG based that you can actually grind for directly. That being PvP and just explore merchants. So the other day you said you play Gems of War on phone with one hand. That's why Dust Devil is on the bottom. What's the other hand doing? I didn't say I'd do it with one hand. I'm just saying that it's easier to reach it with one hand. Normally it's holding a drink or something. Because if I'm ever like that reclined, I'm either eating or drinking something. While just watching TV or something similar. Well, Dragonite is something that you get passively over time, but you can power grind during Vault event weekends. I wouldn't advise power grinding Dragonite outside of a Vault event weekend. Like if you're trying to like grind Dragonite gnomes or something. It's similar to Verse gnomes. Like you should only really grind it during Vault event weekends. Luckily, we have 3 Vault event weekends in the next month, so there's a lot of them in the very near future. We have one this weekend, we have one 2 weekends from now, and we have one 4 weekends from now. Basically, every other weekend this entire month, we get a Vault event weekend. Wait, that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to get to Central. Not there, but the magic bonus. Because Dragonite Gnomes do drop a decent amount. During Vault event weekends, I've never actually broken it down per hour. But I want to say it's around, what, 40-ish, 50-ish Dragonite an hour? Maybe a little higher. I've never broken it down per hour. So yeah, it does still take a while. Let's say it's 50. It's like 10 hours for an egg. But that's not the only means in which you get Dragonite. It's just a way that you can power grind it. It might be higher than that, though. I've never actually paid attention to the exact Dragonite per hour while farming Dragonite. Oh, no, 50-ish to 100 sounds about right. During Vault event weekends, not off of Vault event weekends. But specifically during Vault event weekends. It's definitely still a pretty slow currency to earn, though. Similar to Ritz. Or similar to deep books, I mean. Yeah, getting to 500 all delves does take a while. It's one of those mid-game grinds that, I wouldn't say it's among one of the longest ones, but of course there's, what, 38 factions these days? And you're a little bit time-gated in how far you can get. Even if you spend 50 gems on it per day, that's only 6 delves, and assuming you win 100% of them, at 6 delves per day, you'd have to do, what's 48 divided by 6? Head doesn't want to math. Calculator, go. It's 48 divided by 6. If you spend 50 gems every day on Underspire, it would take 8 days per faction. So if you account for all Tuesday faction events and weekend ones that will help you out, let's say it's 7 days you'll need for it per faction. So let's say you save 1 day because of Tuesday faction events and weekend faction events. That means it would take you 38 weeks. And let's even just take the 8 number. Let's say you don't do that and you just go for the 8 by spending 50 gems a day. That is 8 times 38, which is 304. Yeah, it takes a year. It takes roughly a year if you spend 50 gems per day to finish out the entirety of level 500 all Underspire. I mean, Underworld, I mean. So that's a grind you'd be doing your entire first year you'd be playing the game. And it takes twice as long if you don't spend any gems towards it. But if you do 50 a day, it would take a little under a year. Or double that time if you spend 0 gems on it. And that it does assume you win basically every single one as well. Which might not happen early on in the game. Because you do need like a certain amount of, you know, baseline before you can. Oh no, my thing just disconnected. I reconnected, there it goes. But you guys can even see it too when it does that. Because I'm literally just recording the actual chat thingy. Hey, now you can see when I can't see chat at least. Oh, it says it reconnected. Hopefully it actually did. Like sometimes it says that and it doesn't actually reconnect. There it goes. Alright, are we just in grinding mode now? I think we're in grinding mode now. Alright, how's our bracket looking? Ew, they're already at 10,000? That's not nice. Aren't you gonna make me grind? Well, that's what we intended to do this week. The only problem with picking this week to be the week that we grind for is I feel like a lot of people are gonna grind a little bit extra because it's the very last week of PvP. So all the last minute people are gonna power grind a little bit compared to normal. So I chose a little bit of a bad week for it, but oh well. You got 1 million PvP to... Oh, okay, I was gonna say 100,000, okay. I was gonna say 1 million. Because I don't even think it's possible to do 1 million in a day. Yeah, 100,000. That's still a lot though. These 100,000, depending on method you're using, takes about 8 to 15 hours. You think PvP is still just as broken and OP? Well, yeah, there's definitely a balance issue. PvP didn't fix any of the ultra balance issues the game has, which is the biggest issue PvP has had for a very long time in Gems of War. For the last, like, good 5 years, if not longer. This is why we run Takshaka, by the way, in PvP. The one-man snake. One-man army snake. But yeah, that's been a big issue with PvP for a long time, and the PvP changes they made didn't address it really at all. Just the lack of balance has been in PvP for at least 5 years now, if not longer. Did I talk about the flower dragons? What about the flower dragons? Oh, well, are they adding a new set of dragons that are going to be flower-based? Those sound like support dragons to me. But are they on Terran's World right now? Oh, wow, he's got a pet gnome and a Valhawk. Ooh, okay. See, I told you guys. Next patch would be the dragons. Obviously, it was speculative, but it made sense given that, you know, the patch was basically setting up to do more of them in the future. Yeah, it seems this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Okay, these definitely sound like support dragons. There's no way flower dragons are DPS. Alright, let's go check them. I haven't looked at them yet. Where's the Terran's World? Alright, let's go see if we can see the flower dragons. It should be pretty obvious if they have troop art. Are you a flower dragon? No, you're just a dragon. Where are all the flower dragons? Flower dragons. Rainbow scorpion. Cool looking bird. Where are all the flower dragons at? Are you the flower dragons? No. What on earth are you? You look like new Enraged Karandera kind of thing. Where are all the flower dragons? Have I been lied to? Guardian. Oh, that's a lot of dragons. The Irish dragon. The Green Star Galdi. Okay, we only have their names. It's not a picture book? Yeah, I see. The Daffodil Dragon. Well, when you mentioned that, I thought they would have, like, ability or traits. I didn't think it would just be the names. I came here to go see, like, what they look like or what their traits might be. Or see if they're still, like, all to be determined. I didn't think it would be literally just all, null. I was expecting something here. Because the names don't really help much. Other than just saying that they're all flower dragons. I guess the kingdoms. We're going to be getting it for Zolkiri, Shentang, Nexus, Golvania, Pansvale, Dragon's Claw. So Dragon's Claw getting yet another dragon. Who could have guessed? And Farce of Thorns. It's hard to tell based on their names which one is like the big one though. Green Star Galadia Dragon does sound like the bigger one though. Which might mean is for the Farce of Thorns. Because Gingerbread definitely isn't going to be one. Daffodil definitely isn't. Like, these aren't going to be, like, the main strongest one. But yeah, I think it's Green Star Galadilolia might end up being it. Because Irish Dragon doesn't sound like it either. This one sounds like the biggest name. But yeah, we don't know anything about them other than that they're coming. And this is likely next patch or the patch after next patch. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7. Yep, that checks out. 6 of them for eggs, 1 of them for, oh no, there's actually 8. Wait. Interesting. One of these might not be a part of the thing. One of these might just be a dragon unrelated to it. Because that's not one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8 of them. Interesting. This one's coming down further down the line, but I don't sure if that means anything. Oh no, we'll have to wait and see. Gingerbread one is probably the holiday one, true. This could be Christmas dragon. It would make sense because it's also from Dragon's Claw. So it'd be weird if they added a egg dragon to Dragon's Claw, because Dragon's Claw already has a billion dragons. So this would make sense that this is maybe the Christmas holiday dragon that we get for the Christmas 2-week-long event. And these other 7 are the ones. Based on order, I highly doubt the Irish dragon is going to be the biggest one, though. It definitely sounds like Green Star or Galadilo dragon will be the biggest, but I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. Because the way that this one is separated so far away makes me assume it's the big one. At least it'll be way easier to say Irish dragon compared to Green Star Galadilo dragon. Which we'll probably just nickname Green Star if it's actually viable. Like, actually, given that this is purely a color, this one isn't it. This is probably the green dragon. Because let's see if we can try to figure out their colors. Because this is a bluebell dragon, so this one's blue. We got the Boat Orchard. What color is boat? That sounds brown. We got the Cathicitherium dragon. What color is this flower? We got red. Yellow. Daffodils are yellow, right? Flower knowledge, go. So we have blue, brown, probably purple, red, yellow, green. Did I miss one? This should be all of them then. And then Irish dragon is the big one, like the Stellarix, the Diamantina, whatever that ends up being. Interesting that's from Sword's Edge of all places. Technically they do have dragons, but now they have Mega Dragon. That'll be really good for Sword's Edge, because Sword's Edge really lacks a damage source, but these could easily be support troops. So, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Because based on them all being based on flowers, I highly doubt they are, like, you know, damage sources. They might have some damage, but it seems like they'll probably be mostly supportive options. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. We literally know nothing about them other than their name and kingdom, so... kind of hard to tell, currently. No, it's an Iris dragon, or whatever it is, an Iris. Is it Iris or Iris? Yeah, it's Irish dragon. Not an Irish dragon. It is known in English as the common bluebell or simply bluebell. Okay, so it's purple then. Because there was already one that was called blue something. So they're probably just considering blue as violet or something. They're close enough. Close enough. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what they do then. But yeah, that's probably the next major patch. We don't currently have an official date on it. Most likely date is late October or early November. Because I'm not sure if we're going to be getting an update before October holiday event thing. And if we aren't, then it's likely going to be super early November. Which, oddly enough, what date does my birthday fall this year? Oh no, they're not doing it on my birthday. My birthday's on a Friday. Oh no, that's the wrong month. My birthday's on a Monday. Oh! Yeah! Well, technically it would be the day after. Oh gosh, that's the day Brighter Shores is supposed to come out. No! Why would you do such a thing? Oh no. The next big update for Gems of War might literally be the day, what's it called? Launches. That'd be really unfortunate. Please change the date. One of you, change the date. But yeah, the most likely date for next biggest patch for Gems of War, that would probably bring in all those dragons and whatever else it brings, is November 5th, which is also the day that Brighter Shores is supposed to come out. Go figure. Of course, Gems of War update could be earlier or later than that. It's just the most likely date. This is not yet confirmed to be on that day. It just makes the most sense based on where all the holiday events are going, based on how far we can see ahead, and based on when the 10-year anniversary of the game is. Because that would also likely be the 10-year anniversary patch. If it's not that week, it's the week after. which would be November 12th. And then they would do one more update on December. On like mid-December. I think the second or third week of December. Most likely second week. I keep forgetting how tanky the Cosmic Dragons are. I never think of them as tank units, but they actually are tank units. They have really high spell reduction. 55% spell reduction, 30% score reduction is not small at all. That's comparable to some troops that are literally just for tanking and nothing else. Which is something I always forget about with the Celestial Dragons. Like, they're some of the best troops in the entire game. But on top of that, they just are, like, ultra tanky. Like, I kind of forget sometimes they even have traits associated with them. Because their ability alone is already so good. And it definitely helps a lot with their survivability, of course. Hey, did I ever hand out the third code yet? Let me go do that. Let's see. This will be the final code we hand out for now. How many do I have left? I have enough for like 2 or 3 more streams. So I have enough until next week's Monday. So hopefully I'll have more codes by then. But there you guys go. Enjoy. That'll be the last one for now. Till this Friday, where we go all-in vault grinds. I'll be handing out a ton this weekend. Actually, maybe we'll run out this weekend. Because we're going to be mega vault grinding this weekend. Not sure what our goal is going to be. Probably just standard 300. Though technically last time I did go for 200. That was mostly because one day I was messing with the computer the whole time. Oh, that means I've been using this new computer for almost a month now. I didn't even realize it's been that long already. Gosh, time is flying by. Yeah, that means I've had this new computer for almost a month. Technically 4 weeks. Because the reason why I was only really able to farm 2 days instead of 3 last Vault Event weekend was because one of those days I was pretty much just tinkering with getting this computer set up. And everything associated with that. Getting the cords I was still missing, everything else. Getting all the programs on it, which I still haven't fully done. I did all the more important ones first, but I still haven't finished getting everything on it. It's like 75% done. Well, once that 75% was done all in one day. Yeah, it's been 4 weeks now already. Honestly, new computer setup, I've been loving it. I haven't really been having any issues at all with it. The only thing that's like slightly weird with it, which is weird because I got a new fresh cord for it too, is there is a very ever so occasional flicker that the screen does. Realistically, it only does it once every few hours, but it does a very brief flicker where it goes completely to black as if you're like blinking, but you didn't actually blink. Which is really weird when you're looking directly at it. Because it feels like you're blinking, but it's just a screen going for like a single second, not even. But it does that like once every few hours, normally. So it's not that big a deal. I don't know how to fix it though. Tried unplugging the cords, putting them back in. It's a nice fresh cord too. A proper one for it, even better quality one, so I'm not sure. And it's even funny because some of the reviews mentioned that the cord fixed that issue that they had with it. Yet, it didn't quite do it for me. Though it's not that frequent. It's so infrequent that it barely even matters. Oh no, is that common with monitors? This is the first time I've had a monitor in like 2 decades. But it's like an occasional flicker, like once a day or twice a day, a thing. Obviously, it's not that big a deal. Though I do believe it's definitely a monitor issue rather than necessarily a computer issue. And it could just be something with the cord, but I don't know, I slightly doubt the cord. So hello, Anderson. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna go fight some of these Diamantina fights. Like, these means they were using Stellarix, but it got replaced. Actually, this is a Mare fight right now. We're both using Wand, Stellarix, Double Talk Shaka. The difference is you're not allowed to fight it, so it got replaced with nothing. And by nothing, I mean Stellarix and Prismatic Orb. But this team is still scary because one single Takshaka can still solo your whole team if you're not careful. It's not likely, but it can happen. Which means it will happen. We'll get a 20 extra turn in a row loop into Takshaka. Right, how are we doing on rating and everything? We finished out all that. We did all those. Rating's still going up. PP season obviously done. Have I been keeping up with this? Did I forget to do one of them? Ooh, am I going to have enough? Wait. Let's do a head count. Oh no, did I forget one? I think we might not have enough. Because let's do a head count right now. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, I have exactly enough. We have to not miss a single one now. I have to do it on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Alright, I need to not forget. I have exactly enough remaining days to still get the this one completed. And I'm just going to ignore this one. It would require me to basically double the amount of VP I have right now, which I can assure you is not happening. Especially for that reward. If it's a bigger reward, maybe. There's no way I'm doing it just for that, though. But this we could easily do. I just have to remember to not forget to do the daily where you have to do this 6 battles every single day. So those 4 days. It's every day except Wednesday and Sunday for the rest of this week. As long as I remember to do that, we'll get the little reward thingy. It's not that big a deal. It's basically just half a level for Glacia. But, you know, every bit helps it. And don't forget to remember not to forget. I know. I'll forget, though. Hopefully I won't forget. Definitely gonna forget, though. Luckily, we lose almost nothing if we forget. That'd be nice to have a little bit extra reward, might as well. For a daily we'd already be doing anyways. Though I have missed it a handful of times. I'm not sure how many, though. But I missed it just enough times that I have exactly enough if I don't miss it the rest of the season. Which is just the rest of this week at this point. Does anyone else have any other questions? Anyone want me to go over any other anythings? Because I think I'm about to call it a wrap for tonight after this fight. And off stream, I'll just basically be doing exactly what I'm doing now, just more of it. I'm going to do, I'm not going to do like an excessive amount of PvP this week, but I do want to make top 3. Get back in a diamond rank for the next season. Go from there. And of course, get our gold marks along the way. Bill Warhammer is explaining all the plants earlier. I was reading some of them. He's posting so much text. But yeah, we'll get to see what they look like. I'm really curious what flower dragons are going to look like. Overall, I feel like they've been pretty hit or miss with the fairy dragons they've been doing, so I hope they all don't look really fairy dragon looking. I hope they look like plant dragons rather than like fairy flower dragons. Because there's a difference between making like a nature looking dragon and a fairy looking nature dragon. I definitely hope they look more just like normal nature dragons and not like fairy dragons. It makes sense if one of them does. Like maybe the green one or something similar. I hope all of them don't look like very fairy looking. Because they've been pretty hit or miss on those. But things like, gosh, what's his name? Things like, I don't remember his name. He's from Forest of Thorns. Like, this is what I mean with, like, more nature-y looking dragons. Because I actually really like the designs like this one. Like, gosh, I forget his name because he hasn't been meta in so long. Like Sylvani Mora. I really like Sylvani Mora's design. As, like, more of a, like, a nature-based dragon. So if they go, like, more like this, but with flowers, I would prefer this over, like, the fairy-like dragons that they've been doing, a couple of them. And by that, I mean, like, best way to get there would be to church, what, Fae and Dragon? Dragon and Fae? I'm not sure what order I should do this in. Fae and Dragon. Like, a couple of these. Like, I don't hate these necessarily. But I'm also not a fan of most of these. So this is what I don't want them to do with the like flower dragons. I want them to be more like Salvini Mora. I mean, not that one. So whatever the other thing is called. Like yeah, Salvini Mora. Oh no, we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out. They might have a pink dragon in Isabel's name. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Currently, they don't have any troop art, any info, anything, so until next patch, we're probably not going to know what they look like, unfortunately. Well, that will probably be in the next month or so, so we'll find out soon enough. Anyways, guys, we're going to be ending it here for now. We will be back tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. Sad. We will be back on Friday. Same time as per usual, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And yeah, we're mostly going to be grinding Vault Weekend. We'll be opening up a billion Paloozas, handing out a ton of codes, and doing that this Friday and Sunday. And maybe Saturday, we'll see. And see how far we can get with it. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful week. Don't forget, Vault Event Weekend this weekend. And yeah, we'll be grinding out this Friday and Sunday then. And obviously during the day as well, just getting all of our stockpiles good to go so we can just run Paloozas hopefully during the entirety of the stream. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a wonderful week, and best of luck with everything. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.